Welcome back. Let's talk about some basic knife safety and cutting techniques. With a larger chef's knife, you might be tempted to wrap your hand around the handle and cut like this. But if you pinch the blade with your thumb and forefinger and wrap the rest of your fingers around the blade, you have a lot more control when you're cutting. And then with your other hand, the supporting hand, you're keeping the food stable, and the goal is to just keep your fingers away from the blade. One way to do this is bear claw. Just curl your fingertips under and let the knife blade rest against your knuckles. This keeps your fingertips out of the way. It takes practice, so start out slowly. Another one is tunnel. You just make a tunnel with your thumb and forefingers on either side of the food, and then you put the blade between your fingers to cut the food. With a chef's knife, you want to use a rocking motion, and you do this by starting with the point of the blade on the board and cutting through the food with a rocking motion like this. This also works well for cutting larger pieces of produce into smaller pieces. Serrated knives with teeth like this work well using a sawing motion, and this also works well for cutting large produce or for cutting through softer produce like tomatoes. Once the fruit or vegetable is broken down into smaller sections, you can dice or chop, which is cutting the food into smaller pieces. Chopping is smaller than a dice, and it's best to make the pieces similar in size for even cooking and consistent flavor. You can also start with matchsticks and then dice or chop from there. A chef's knife is also good for a chiffonade. You can do this with large leafy greens or large herbs. Remove stems or large ribs and then stack the leaves and roll them tightly. And then you can slice through, making ribbons that are ready to eat or saute, or you can chop into smaller pieces. Thank you for joining us. Keep checking our website for more nutrition and cooking resources.